Hi, everybody. Welcome to We Gotta Talk. This is a special lo-fi edition of the podcast / video. If you're watching this live, you understand why. Andrew and I are recording his annual gift guide for guys, and we're squeezed together in a spare office in his office building. So there's something under here that I keep kicking. So anyway, welcome. Hey, babe.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Can we acknowledge we've had a number of creative issues, creative disagreements before?
Admittedly, I prepare a lot less for this than I normally do, but it's because it's multiple factors. But you didn't want to do video, but I was like, we should do video. It's better for the algorithm. So I'm kind of forcing you into this, but we're probably not going to put this video up live to watch on the podcast feed because you're not comfortable with that. Make sure you talk toward the computer too, because I also did not bring my microphone.
Where am I going to go?
I don't know. I'm just worried about this microphone catching both of us. Anyhow, so every year, this might be our third year now, I have Andrew put together a list of gift ideas for all the men in your life because you have a really good track record among the people you know for picking really good and thoughtful gifts. First of all, before we get into your list, which is meticulously prepared and sitting here, how do you feel about having the designation of being the best gift giver in our family?
I feel good about it. I do also feel like this episode is gaining some momentum, and the number of people that have approached you to say like, hey, when is it coming out? I got to buy some stuff.
Don't let it get to your head.
So the one advantage of doing this live, if I understand correctly, is that it'll be up immediately. So
yeah, it's up on Facebook.
We're heading into Black Friday, and I have noted that several of the items on the list this year have some pretty good Black Friday sales available. So hopefully everyone can take advantage of those.
Really quickly, we want to play a little get to know you before we start. Last year, do you remember what we did last year before we sort of dovetailed into the gift giving part? This was when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce started dating. We did a whole chit chat about that. We're not going to waste your time with Hollywood chat. I'm just saying that's
my
what
time
we did last
or
year.
The listeners'
the listeners' time.
Okay.
Because I know. Tell everybody really quickly how many Taylor Swift concerts you went to or tried to go to on the Eras tour this year.
Well, it's not that long. I went to 2 and we tried to go to probably 5 or 6, I think.
My hair part is awful. Yeah, you remain, I guess what I'm trying to say is establish the bridge from last year is that you remain one of her bigger fans.
I do.
One of her bigger married, older, straight male fans.
Yeah, I do feel like we, at least personally, I feel like we've reached kind of a saturation point.
Yeah.
I think we've hit the high water mark, but you know.
But what, you still are going to get your Taylor tattoo?
No, I was going to say when Reputation Taylor's version comes out, I may revisit that.
You have no I'm going to put this live on my other page. You have no tattoos at the moment, but it's safe to say if you were to consider one, it might be.
No.
Are you a Reputation era girly, or are you like a 1989 girly?
Reputation's my era.
Me too. That's my favorite.
I just think it's the best album.
It is the best. Okay, I'm going to share this now. Okay. Hold on. Say something because I'm going to put this live here. Andrew's gift guide for guys. So tell us how many categories you broke it into this year. Wait. One, I know I keep saying we're going to get to it, but before we get into the list, what is one gift giving rule that you keep top of mind? Because something about you, whether you're buying for me or the kids or your brothers or friends, there's always a thoughtful connection. So what do you try to keep in the back of your mind when you buy gifts for people?
Okay. So here's what all the ladies need to understand.
All the ladies or the men, whoever.
Or the men, that guys don't actually want to receive anything.
Andrew.
I'm just telling you, you may disagree with me, but I'm trying to get everyone into the psyche of a man because.
Like a straight man.
A straight man. Guys don't want anything.
I have a hard time believing that.
No.
Why? Because we never hit the mark?
Because if they want something, or at least for me, if I want something, I buy it in real time. So by definition, anything that somebody else giving me is something that I don't want because I've already gotten it.
This is your way of saying I'm horrible at buying you
No,
gifts.
it's not.
I feel like there's
the key to giving a good gift is to get a guy something that he needs disguised as something that he wants.
Like a trip to Italy for 3 weeks or something.
No.
I still, that doesn't mean
But
much.
here's
at
the
all.
other thing. Like,
But then we're buying you what, t-shirts and under. What does a
we're
what do
gonna
we
get
really
into the gift
need?
guide, and you'll understand as we get
Okay.
into it. But I'm just telling you, if you get too cutesy with it and try to find something that he's like, oh wow, he didn't realize he wants this, and he also doesn't have it already. Like, that doesn't exist.
Hold up to the screen right now. This is the benefit of video. You're wearing one of the gifts that I
I
bought you
just
last
told
year.
you I'm not
Wait,
gonna.
no.
It's on the gift
Oh
guide.
shoot. Okay. This was a hit for me though. They're not all hits when I buy you
This
stuff.
is part of the problem. I don't want to have my notes viewable by you, so I didn't want to sit next to you. And now you're like getting into my personal
I'm
business.
not looking.
Okay,
But we had to record on the same side for video.
All right, so guys don't actually
Okay.
want anything. Is the bottom line.
Take that advice with a grain of salt. But okay, let's.
No, like all like the gifts. Like I don't know. We don't have to. Like I don't want anything. Okay.
Should I buy you something this year?
If you want to, but I don't want it.
The return ratio is a solid 8 out of 10.
I appreciate the thought behind it. I think it's thoughtful, but guys don't want anything. So everything on this list, again, is a need disguised as a want.
Okay. Well, let's dive in. I'm excited for this.
Okay. I did add a new category this year. And this is fan favorites. These are the things from prior years that have gotten the best feedback. But for the first time listeners, or for the people that were here last year or the year before, that was year 3 or is this year 4?
I can't remember. I thought it was 3, but I could be wrong.
Are you just gonna zoom me out of the?
No, I'm
feed?
trying to make it closer to us so we can lean back and also be caught on audio here.
Okay, so just a few quick hits on the top, and again, these are from prior lists, so don't think I'm mailing it in. These are just ones that have gotten. Don't look at my notes.
I'm not looking at your notes.
You are.
I
can
swear.
I can see your
I
eyes.
swear on my life, I looked at it maybe 3 times, but I
Okay.
didn't see much. of
Okay, so these
detail.
in no particular order. Gooder sunglasses. Are you?
No. I was just gonna say, do you want to run through the categories first? No.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Gooder sunglasses, Goodr. They have like a Wayfair style. They're like $25, and they fit, I think, better than Ray-Bans. And the price point is at a level where if you lose a pair, it's not going to ruin your afternoon. Strideline socks. They have like a mid-calf cut, which I guess has come back into style.
Mhm.
So we got out in front of that one, but I think they're the best socks. I wear them for exercise and things, and I think they're great. They fit well. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but finding good socks is harder than you think. But Strideline is great. Buck Mason plain t-shirts.
This was something I bought you first. Do you know that? I introduced you to that brand. I did. It was 5 years ago. And I remember because I was talking to my sister about it. And I was like, I need a good t-shirt. We found it together and I bought it. Anyway, so I just wanted to.
Sonny gets
pat
credit
myself
for
on
this
the
one.
back.
They fit great. They wear well. They're just the best t-shirt. You should get some. And then the last, maybe the one that got the best reception last year,
Mhm.
the Boulevard bomber jacket from Bonobos.
Yes.
I was doing some research yesterday and I bought another one yesterday. They have a new green gray color that's perfect for the holidays. But and it was also 30% off.
You sold dozens of these. I know it's like not that big of, it doesn't sound, dozens, but like to get people to click through the show notes and then find your right, like that was the top seller by far. I think followed by the Gooder sunglasses. So.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, the
good work.
Boulevard bomber jacket, again, I wear these instead of a sport coat a lot of times, but they're great. They're light enough that you can wear them in the spring, but then dress them up, dress them down. But
Mhm.
if you have on a Buck Mason plain t-shirt and a Boulevard bomber jacket and a good pair of jeans and some of the shoe options we're going to discuss in a little bit,
Mhm.
you're good to go.
I was going to say style it for us, but you just did.
I just did.
Okay. All right. Let's dive into category 1.
Okay. Same as before. We start with stocking stuffers. Don't look at my notes.
I'm not. I just, babe, your level of preparation, it's very cute.
You keep asking me to send you my stuff, and then
I know, I have to link it all.
I'm not prepared.
I just wanted to. Okay, go ahead.
What is that?
That's the live feed, but it looks like it got sped up. It's okay.
You-
Keep going.
you-
We're not. It's recording in regular time, which is the important thing. But go ahead.
Okay. So again, in no particular order. All right. The first one, very practical. Silicone wedding rings.
Mhm.
There's a band called Qualo that makes them, Qalo.
Mhm.
There's also available on Amazon, but these are great as like a stocking stuffer because you can wear them when you're working out or traveling. Everyone's seen these things. I don't need to go into too much detail, but they're actually surprisingly useful. I bought a 3-pack on Amazon from some Chinese brand, and they were like $9, and I've cycled through them over the course of like a year. So they wear well. You can, whatever, if I'm traveling or exercising, that's typically what I like to wear.
Okay.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, there's a company called Imperial, which is Imperial, and they make really good hats. So if you're at a tennis tournament or a golf tournament, a lot of times they have really cool merch. And I have found that most often the hats that they feature at those events are made by this company, Imperial. So they have a lot of really cool pre-existing designs. You can also design your own, which I've done before, which I'm not happy to admit, but I did like a green hat with a shamrock on it that turned out really good. And every time I wear that hat, people are like, "Hey, where'd you get that hat?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't do it. It's a one of one."
You're such a dork.
So you have enough time
To design your own custom
to
hat
design your own custom
and
hat.
show up to Christmas dinner wearing it.
But what if your kids designed a hat for their dad? Like that's
a
pretty
cute
cool.
idea. You can upload a JPEG or a
Yeah, they
GIF.
have some
Yeah,
stock
okay.
images
Oh,
and
that's
they have
cool.
some other stuff. Okay, next one, kind of a fun gift. Again, could come. Don't look at my
I'm
notes.
not looking, I swear to you.
Could come from the kids as a gift to their dad. You got me this a few years ago. This is a shotgun that holds salt in it, and it's called the Bug Assault gun.
Yeah, that's right.
And it is made for killing like flies and other like little rodents, but it like makes it fun. And so it just sprays out like a little mist of salt. It's like
It's like a
kosher
highly
salt,
powered salt spray that will kill a bug.
and the range is probably like 8 inches, but it is strangely effective and a lot of fun to use. So there's like that 2-month period of time here where we tend to get a lot of like flies in the house. It's kind of gross, but you will look forward to that time of year if you have a Bug Assault gun, and guys like getting things like that.
I mean, like if I'm thinking about it on the surface and someone's like, "What did you get for your husband?" And I was like,
This is stocking stuffer.
Assault gun.
It's not the only gift.
No,
it's
it's not.
stuffer.
It's just, it's funny, but you're right. It gets a lot of run. And if you have boys too, like Sam loves to pick that up and just hunt down houseflies.
Let's just start with the fact that we've covered 3 gifts, like new gifts. I'm not going to get back into the one, what do we call them? Fan favorites. But the 3 gifts I've given you so far are absolute bangers. And if a guy got as stocking stuffer, silicone wedding ring, a custom hat from Imperial, and a Bug Assault gun, I will tell you right now, he's going to be thinking, this is on pace to be the best Christmas.
The bar has been set low. Okay.
No, it has. The bars have been set high and it's been exceeded.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
On stocking stuffers.
All right. The next thing is that guys like tools and to feel like they're handier than they actually are. And I have found that the Leatherman free T4 multi-tool is it's like a Swiss Army type device. And I keep one of these in my desk drawer. I keep it in the junk drawer at home. I keep one in the console of my car, and they're like $60, but it's got a knife and scissors and other things that, screwdriver, things that make you feel like you could fix something in a jam. And I will say I consistently get a ton of use out of these. And to me, it's a great stocking stuffer.
Makes you feel like a caveman, like it's just strong, taking care of your own stuff. Do you remember that time when you remade your whole Jeep by watching YouTube videos? I just thought of that because you're talking about like guy things, like, oh man, you had a Jeep once and you're like, I want to put in some new headlights?
All kinds of stuff.
And Andrew watched only YouTube videos. He locked himself in the garage, in the warehouse garage, and literally you drove out a new vehicle from you watching YouTube videos only. It's pretty impressive what you can do. Before kids. Yeah. Okay, wait, really quickly, guys. These links and the whole roundup will be linked in show notes. So if you're listening to the podcast version of this, I should have said that in the beginning. It'll be linked all for you to buy in one spot. Anyway, go ahead.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and follow.
Smash that like button.
Smash.
Okay, the next one. Okay, not to take away from the. Don't look at my notes.
I'm not looking at your eyes, I promise.
Not to take away from my Strideline sock recommendation.
Mhm.
Another sock option here. This one hits close to my heart. Stance has a new collaboration with the Grinch. So they have a whole bunch of like Grinch themed socks. And to me, these are just like festive and fun. They've got some that are made to be worn, doing exercise and stuff, and some that are just for lounging around the house. I bought some of these for myself, actually.
Oh, cute.
I identify with the Grinch. Okay, the next one. Okay, we're getting into some like health and wellness stuff this year a little bit.
This is still under stocking stuffers. I just
Still
need
under
to know if
stocking
I need to
stuffers.
change the
No,
banner.
you're fine.
Okay.
I will let you know
Okay.
when we change topics. This is the Kiehl's Age Defender Face Cream Moisturizer.
Who are we? A beauty recommendation.
It's
Go
not
on.
beauty.
It's not beauty, it's self-care.
I think the girls gave me this and I started using it. I don't know if it does anything or not, but
What is it? Is it a moisturizer? Like, what is it?
it says moisturizer.
What's it called again?
Kiehl's Age Defender Face Cream Moisturizer.
Oh, yeah. Is it in the black jar?
Black with red lighting.
Yeah.
Lettering.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Approved.
yeah, I mean, if you give this to your significant other, he's going to be like, oh, cool. And he's not going to be too excited about it, but he's probably going to use it. And after he does, he's going to be like, okay.
You
This
feel
is
like
great.
it made a difference in your fine lines and wrinkles?
I don't know.
Lift your eyes for us. We don't want. I don't want a man who
It would
Botoxes,
keep
for the
my-
record.
Well,
Do you want to give us your hot take on Botox? Would you ever? And
No,
you're
I don't have a hot take on it. No, I would not.
Okay, good. Don't ever change that answer. Go on.
Okay. All right. This next one, a little obscure. This is a pen and pencil combination that is made by a company called Retro 51. This is the Retro 51 Tornado Stealth Rollerball pen and pencil set. And I've gone through a lot of pens, and this one is awesome. It's got a nice weight to it. It writes really well, but I would say like the pencil is like the star of the show here. It's kind of made to look like a 1960s style pen pencil combo.
Mhm.
But again, the price point on these is like $50, and you can put this in your suitcase or backpack or whatever. And every time I write with these, I'm like, oh man, this is nice.
Where did you get one?
I got these as a gift probably 12 years ago, and I was using it the other day, and I was like, this is a sick gift. And so I researched it a little bit.
That's cool.
And and I agree that it's a fantastic gift. So again, I've had that in my bag for over a decade, and your significant other would enjoy those.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Go
Last
ahead.
on the stocking stuffer.
Mhm.
So I haven't like shaved with a razor in a long time. I'm kind of the, 2-day perma 2-day beard. I'm just kind of looking. And so the trick is finding the right like beard trimmer that allows you to maintain the 2-day beard look, but doesn't irritate your skin. Right.
Mhm.
So there's a company called Manscaped, and I think they like specialize in manscaping products. We're not getting into that. This one is called the Beard Hedger, and it is made for your face. I suppose you could use it other places if you wanted, but I've only used it on my face. This is the Manscaped Beard Hedger Premium Beard Trimmer with 20 adjustable blades.
Does it look nice on the countertop on the bathroom? Like,
Not really.
Is it like what's it? Plastic?
Yeah, it's like black plastic.
Yeah. Okay. Just
But
wondering.
it works
Just
really
needed to know
well.
about the aesthetics.
No like ingrown hairs,
Yeah.
irritation, anything like that. It kind of gets in like the nooks and crannies of your face with no problem. And I've used a bunch of these, and that's a good one. So if your
Love it.
significant other is into having a little stubble and doesn't have a good solution right now, I think that's a good option.
Love it. Are we through stocking stuffers yet?
We are.
Okay. Can I look over at your paper?
You may not.
What's the next category?
The next one is we call them core gifts.
Okay. My OCD is taking over just for a second though. How many categories total are we looking at? Umbrella categories.
Just 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So stocking stuffers, core gifts, and stretch gifts.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go
Okay.
on. Mhm.
Okay, core gifts again featured well, they revamped the lineup a little bit, but the Rhone Atmosphere T-shirt is the best athletic T-shirt that I've used. It's got like anti-stink technology in it, but the cut is perfect. It wicks sweat really well, and to me, these are like the best T-shirts for working
You
out.
never smell.
I know.
Is that because of these? You do not have BO. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
but
Guys
your
normally
clothes can still get that like
musty smell.
musty smell,
Yeah.
which is all. And then once it gets in, especially a workout shirt, like it's never comes out. Even
Mhm.
like I used to wear a bunch of the Nike shirts, and I feel like they got musty.
Yeah.
And don't look at my notes.
I swear
You were
to you,
just
I'm not.
looking
I'm
at my
looking
notes.
at the outlet
No
over
one's
there.
looking at the
Andrew,
outlet.
I swear on my life,
Okay.
I'm not looking. I'm thoughtfully contemplating on this. Look at my line of sight. See, right past you, right to the outlet.
So yeah, I think they're the best. I've got them in just about every color. Again, I think retail for like $60 or something like that, but you can always find them on sale for 45 or
Yeah,
something like
now's
that.
the time to strike. I feel like Black Friday. That's why we put this out this week, because everything is on sale right now. So
Still more expensive than like Nike dry fit shirts, but they are better. I've got ones that I've worn for 3 years and they don't stink. They fit like they did. They don't, they're great. So
love it.
also, like, I'm big on hang drying that stuff.
Tell everybody about the turbo mode on the dryer, Andrew.
We're living in a rental house right now, and the hottest setting
is literally called turbo.
It's called turbo. And we, from time to time, get some help with our laundry, and everything is dried on turbo.
Twice a week, we have some help. Yes. Anyway,
So
Andrew put on a pair of shorts this morning, and I was still lying in bed. And he goes, "These shorts were turboed."
They were like, and you can tell immediately. And I have my own hamper. Is that what we call it?
Mm-hmm.
Where I don't want people to touch it, and invariably people touch it and then they turbo it. And so it's like, not only did you take it, not you, but you took it and then you turboed it.
That's disappointing, to be sure. So the lesson here is hang dry your performance gear.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay, next one. Guys like washing cars. Even if they don't like washing cars, they like the idea that they could wash the car at any moment. And so there is a company called Chemical Guys, maybe not the greatest name, but they make fantastic car washing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they do some like gift sets where you can get everything in a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
And guys like this stuff. So you can get them a car wash bundle from the Chemical Guys. Mm-hmm. And it comes with sponges and all that stuff.
I agree. Bad name. It feels like a batch made like MDMA in the garage or something. I want to work with them on the branding, but I like the idea. So you get a bucket with what comes in a kit?
You get a bucket, you get like car wash, you get wax, you get a sponge, you get like some microfiber drying towels, you get a wheel little thing. They have different levels.
That's pretty cool.
But I like that.
Okay,
next one, we're entering the no judgment zone. I saw this. So these are bracelets made for men by a company called Pig and Hen.
Mm-hmm.
And full disclosure, I'm not a bracelet person, but again, if you're into bracelets, I saw these at a little gift shop inside of a really nice hotel. So like one of those little boutique shops. And I was like, oh, those are cool. And for like the slightest moment, I was like, you know what? I would actually wear one of those.
You were like, maybe I'm a bracelet guy.
Yeah, I reverted back to not being a bracelet guy. But as far as bracelets go, if I saw a guy wearing those, my first thought would be like, that's kind of a cool bracelet.
Can you tell us what they look like for people just listening? Give us
they have some different options. They have like some different beaded ones that are nice looking. They have like some leather looking ones that are nice looking.
Gladiator style.
Yes, they have a big metal cuff
and a chest plate.
But again, I know people who are in my life who wear bracelets, and if that's your thing and your significant other wears bracelets, then you should check out Pig and Hen because there's some good options there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, moving on. this year I have some supplements on the list.
Oh, who is he? A Kiehl's face cream and a supplement. Can we just touch for 1 second on my extensive supplementation routine? Was that part of the inspiration behind this? Are you seeing how vibrant and youthful I've become since adding the latest dozen supplements into my routine? And you're like, you know what? I deserve this too.
No, but you have always had
an extensive routine.
I don't take anything, so you take everything.
Yeah.
So I would never, there's never been like a before and after for you because it's always been there.
Right. Okay. Well, tell us about this one because to change your mind, I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
Okay. So I will turn 45 this year. And I've said that I'm going to try to get into really good shape for my 45th birthday because I got into shape for my 40th birthday.
Mhm.
Then I've been kind of.
You still look great.
I know, but just I want to get back into really good shape for myself. So anyway, I've been doing some research and these creatine gummies by this company called Create. They're feeding me ads nonstop on Instagram right now. So it's only going to get worse after recording this podcast, I'm sure. But I haven't used these yet. The people who advertise for them on Instagram seem to love these things, but they are creatine, but in like a gummy. So you can, they're easy to travel with or whatever, have in your office or whatever you do. But anyway, for me, like creatine had like a stigma in high school where like guys are like walking around with that big, like, jar full of powders and they're mixing and matching the shaker and the whole thing. But they say that it has tremendous benefits for energy levels and mental acuity and muscle growth and recovery. It sounds like the wonder drug. So I'm going to get on these creatine gummies, but I feel like it'd be a good gift for the man in your life.
I like it. The health conscious man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's next, babe? All
right. Next one. This would also be a cool gift from a child, but Lego makes some really cool combinations, especially in the automotive space. And so they just came out with a classic Defender, Land Rover Defender.
Oh, that's cool.
That has all kinds of accessories on it. My personal pick would be the Porsche 911 RSR. But again, these are really cool. I've gotten a few of these like signature Lego sets, and it's actually strangely calming to work on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got this as a gift from your kids and then you like put it together, like I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I've got a Ford Raptor that I received as a gift in my office that I might put together during Christmas break. So they're a lot of fun. And again, a kid would get excited to give that to their dad. Okay, next one. This is a new product. It's called the Projector A1 by a company called TCL. But this is, and a lot of companies have these. This is an outdoor projector that you can use outside for kids' movie nights or for sporting events or if you're having a party or whatever. But it projects at 1080p, so like an HD resolution. And then it's also got a bunch of connectivity for audio and other things. But again, guys like this stuff. Like if he's having like a game watch party and you can have it on a, outside. And some of these, when you see them, you're like, oh my God, like that picture is incredible. And I'm just telling you, if you got this for a guy, even if he doesn't use it, even if he only uses it a few times a year, like he's going to like having it in the tool chest.
Do you recall the price point for that?
It's $499.
Okay.
And if you look at a similar, I wouldn't skimp on the price on this one because you want to make sure you're getting something that's decent and usable.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hang on a second. I get my water. Okay. Next one's kind of a homer pick, but I'm assuming what?
What's a homer?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
So we live in Orlando. I was at an Orlando Magic basketball game the other day, and Lululemon has a collaboration with the Magic. So it's branded Orlando Magic Lululemon
Oh, that's cool.
gear. Yeah, they have some really cool sweatpants. They have some pullovers, some polos, some work. But it's, I like Lululemon stuff. The only bad part here is that they are only available in the team shop. So you have to go to the arena but not necessarily during a game. Like they have it's open during the day.
Right.
But they don't sell it online.
Okay.
But if your team in your city has a similar collaboration, it would look like really nice stuff. And if somebody got me that, I'd be like, oh, this is sick.
Okay.
So, okay.
We're on track. You want to take a sip of that water? You've been doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It's your little. Okay. I wonder how much this microphone is picking up. I just didn't have the best setup here, but go ahead.
Hang on 1 minute. I just have to.
Our Uber Eats is arriving.
Hang on. Sorry.
We'll cut this out
Okay.
on the podcast.
Sorry. Okay. So next. Okay. As usual, I'm really into luggage and travel accessories. So 2 picks this year from my favorite company, which is called Aer, which is AER.
Mm-hmm.
And a few years ago, I transitioned away from rolling bag to a travel backpack.
For carry-on trips.
Carry-on, 1 bag, carry-on.
Yeah.
But to me, the backpack is a better form factor for this because you don't have to like wheel it around and, people.
It's a more compact way of moving around.
Yeah. And like when you're going to the bathroom in the airport, like I don't want to deal with, hey, watch my bag or have my bag.
Try to squeeze it in the stall.
Yeah. So now for a weekend trip, the backpack is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Aer makes this bag called the Travel Pack 3, which just came out. I think we might have featured the Travel Pack 2.
Yes, last year.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the latest one. It now comes in a few colors, which is a big for Aer because typically everything was just all black, and they make a really like dark green now. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't done the travel backpack, I'm telling you, this will be a game changer.
But okay, here's a question I have on the travel backpack. I think people hear that and are hesitant to get it for someone because there's like, it doesn't feel like there would be a lot of space in there. Tell us what you're able to fit so people know that this is like worth grabbing.
So I can pack, and I bring a lot of stuff with me.
Yeah, you bring options.
You can pack.
You're not a super light packer,
You
but
can pack for 3 days away with no problem with this. And it has a laptop sleeve in the back. So for a work trip.
Yeah.
Now, to me, like the variable whenever you're packing is shoes, right?
Yeah.
So shoes are the issue because they take up a lot of room. But I will and they actually have some like packing videos on there. I will tell you, you'd be astonished at how much you could pack in here.
What if you have to travel with like a jacket or dressier clothes? The garment bag thing is a big issue for people who work travel. Can this accommodate like a thin garment bag rolled up? Like how do you work around that?
I've never done it. I wouldn't, to be honest with you, it's a different
kind of bag. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. So this is like weekend away, more casual stuff that can be rolled up and easily packed.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then the counterpart to this, Aer makes this product called the Tech Folio, which is like a little laptop kind of sleeve, but it's got some pockets and some organization that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is awesome because sometimes you go to a meeting and you don't want to bring a full bag with you, or come in with a backpack, or you're going to a conference or something like that.
Mm.
And the Tech Folio is awesome because it just holds your laptop. You can put your Retro 51 pens in there and a few other things, but it's just a really good way to kind of travel light for a business meeting.
Those 2 things alone would be a great gift. The backpack, the folio.
Incredible.
Yeah, baby, the levels of accommodations that you've considered.
Okay. It's incredible.
How many more core? I'm pretty incredible, he says. Okay. How many more core gifts do we have?
Oh, are you getting?
No, I'm just curious because I'm not looking at your paper and I'm just trying to gauge.
Okay, there's 3 more.
Okay.
The next one is the Theragun Mini, which is one of those little percussive.
It's a little one,
handheld like and I have one in my office. We have the big one too, but I actually like the little one.
Yeah, I got you the little one.
I know you did. Yeah, Sunny got me the little one. And it's just really nice if you have a sore whatever.
Right.
You can. And what I do is like when I'm just in my office on the phone, I tend to like use that on whatever, thighs or hamstrings or whatever. And it works really well. And it's small enough that if you wanted to throw it in a gym bag or bring it with you on a trip or whatever, it's easy to do and really, really good product.
I love it.
Okay. Next one we alluded to earlier is an Oura ring, which I started wearing. I've had mine. I'm showing it on the screen.
Lift it up above the lower
It's really
third.
hard
There
to
we
do.
go.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
And you got me this
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. It was the third generation, and I returned it because I knew the fourth generation was on the verge of coming out, and I like to have
Classic Andrew move.
the latest and greatest. And so the fourth generation did just come out. So I've been wearing this for like a month now, and I really like it. I wear it instead of a wedding band, or just because I'm not like, I wouldn't have a ring on in addition to my wedding ring. So I've kind of,
You sized it for that finger.
I sized it for that
Yeah.
finger. And so here's the other good thing is, like, when you order one of these, they send you a ring sizing kit first, and you don't actually pay for the ring until you respond with the size of the ring. So from a gift giving standpoint, you could give the sizing kit, and your significant other is going to open this and be like, oh, what's this? And then you're going to tell them about it. And they're either going to be excited or they're not. And if for some reason it's a miss, then you're not having to deal with a return. You just don't ever put your size in, and basically no harm, no foul.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But it gives you a bunch of data and tracks it's an activity tracker. But I wear an Apple Watch, but I also like having nice watches on. So sometimes I don't want to wear an Apple Watch, but I would still be interested in knowing
your metrics for the day.
My metrics.
I feel like you like the sleep feedback the most.
Yeah, so it gives you, it's kind of every day kind of has an activity score and then a sleep score, and then it tracks like your stress levels. And then so it puts all these into the algorithm, and then every day you come up with they call it a readiness score. So kind of based on how you slept and how active you've been, like how ready you are for the next day. And the cool thing is sometimes it'll just tell you straight up like, hey, you've been really active for 3 days in a row. You slept like crap last night. You should take a day off.
Yeah.
And so that's actually pretty good feedback.
Someone told me that their ring told them you would be getting sick you're likely to get sick within the next couple of days. And she was like, there's no way. And it actually happened. It was like that predictive, but I think she was wearing it for months and months at a time.
Well, the temperature, it's like apparently.
Yeah, it was a change in temperature.
Yeah, for like cycle tracking and things like that too, which I obviously don't use.
Love it. All right. We threw core gifts.
No.
Oh, okay.
One more. Always a shoe selection. This year I've got 2 for you. The Nike City shoe, but City is spelled with a 1 instead of an I. So it's C1TY.
Okay.
I don't really get it, but this is a really versatile shoe that could be worn. I think it's a great like travel shoe because you could work out in it, but you could also wear jeans with it and style it up a little bit, but it's got like a sole on it that you could actually like, really versatile sole. So Nike City shoe comes in a bunch of colors. Again, if you gave this as a gift, someone would be like, oh, these are cool. And they would get a ton of wear out of them. And then the second option is the Nike Killshot 2, which is a retro like tennis shoe. But they make it, again, there's some leather options. They have it in like a green suede that's really cool. And it's got like a retro look to it. I would not exercise in the Killshot 2, but I mean, you could wear them like with a suit even. They're like
a dressier.
Yeah, like dressier, but they're really nice looking. So
love it.
Okay, then last, what are you doing?
I'm editing the banner. Go ahead. What's this one going to be called?
Okay, the last one, I always give a stretch gift every year. So this is not an every year gift, but if someone was celebrating a milestone in their life or career or whatever, it tends to always be a watch. This is the Omega Speedmaster First Omega in Space, which is
this up while we talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a remake of the Speedmaster was the watch that was worn by the astronauts when they went to the moon. And this is a remade version. You know,
is that it?
You can't just do Speedmaster. You have to
Speedmaster what?
First Omega in Space.
First Omega that's what it's called?
Well, so scroll down. So so this is kind of like got a retro take on a traditional Speedmaster.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So what you need to do though, if you're interested in buying this watch, is make sure you're getting the 2024 edition, because they had a prior version of this watch that's not nearly as good. But the Omega Speedmaster First Omega in Space, if your significant other is a watch collector or not, anyone would want to receive this watch. And I do like Omega. I'm not a huge Omega guy,
Mhm.
but this watch is just legit cool.
It's really cool. It looks like it has a rounded face.
It does. It has a domed bezel on it.
That's cool.
And then the subdials kind of go down into the dial.
Is this one of those you have to be on a wait list or something to get, or like
This
know
is
a
not
person?
it's not an easy watch to get, but with a month before Christmas, you can get it if you want it.
Babe, I love this. You've put so much thought into this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you want to add before we go? I mean, you've been carrying us this whole time. Does your back hurt? I mean, I just sat here this whole time and just sipped my cappuccino.
I do feel like you interrupted me less than you have in the
Oh
past.
my God. I didn't interrupt. Yeah, I know. I didn't even interrupt a lot last year. You gotta sprinkle in some interesting things, or else it just starts to sound like one big list.
I feel like I sprinkled in about 25 interesting things there.
Yeah, you're so interesting. Thank you for taking the opportunity to do this.
So what do you think is going to be the big seller this year?
I continue to think, I think the bomber jacket's going to do well. It's that wardrobe item, like you said, that's just dressy enough that I feel like it works for so many occasions. I think the luggage / travel things typically do well. I'm trying to think. Oh, and the socks did well last year
The socks
too.
are incredible.
Was Strideline and Stance.
Yeah,
But you have to just speak to like what you can wear for tennis and like sports and things, or are these everyday socks?
So I like the Stance Grinch collaboration because I think they're like seasonal, and if you got those in your stocking, you'd be like, funny Grinch
Right.
socks. But like I have a Grinch stocking. I have
You are the Grinch, babe.
Oh, they have Stance has some with like Buddy the Elf on it too. They look like Will Ferrell, and actually the
that's
hair
cute.
is like even a different like fabric.
That's cool.
So to me, those are like just kind of cool. It's, Christmas time, you're sitting on the couch, like you're wearing your Grinch socks. But if you're actually going to like wear shoes with them and go do
Basketball,
something,
sport,
then the Strideline socks are the way to go.
Yeah. Okay. Always got to keep an eye on.
And
this
I
one.
do know some people, if you're listening, I'm shouting you out, that have bought the Strideline socks, and I saw them and I was like, oh, those are Strideline socks. And they remarked, oh, I actually bought them because of your gift card.
Andrew, I mean, I'm telling you, I've got to get you an agent next year for this. We're going to get some sponsorships. We're going to track these metrics and see how it goes. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this episode next year will be sponsored by Strideline.
How about this?
And Omega.
If people are considering gifts that aren't on the list, they can run them by you through your social channels. And maybe I should do like a live stream where people can give their gift ideas and I can say yay or nay.
You can yay or nay. Okay. Well, if you know how to find me on Instagram,
I'm not offering
everyone.
to do that, but it's just an idea.
Or, yeah, you're not overly active on Instagram. Let's keep it that way too.
I've never posted anything.
Never once. So I'll filter your DMs for you. You guys can send me any questions you have about gift giving. Send me a DM. I'll run it by the gift master himself, not the speed master, the gift master.
Oh, the Speedmaster.
Thank you, babe, for coming on.
You're welcome.
Anything else you want to add?
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I will link everything in show notes. And yeah, anyone who watched live, thank you. Low production quality, but
What's our total runtime?
right there, 42 minutes and 50 seconds.
It's a good length. Sometimes when you look at a podcast and it's like, an hour and 40 minutes, you're like,
I love it.
it's
Yeah,
too long.
it is.
Yeah, but 40 minutes you can kind of wrap your head around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to go. We're going to go eat some Uber Eats and wrap things up here. But guys, thank you for listening. I will link everything. And like Andrew said, if you have any questions or you want to run anything by the gift king himself, just DM me on Instagram @SunnyAbata. All right.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Bye, guys.